Hello, this is Master347 for an update. Yep, it's been quite a while. Been pretty busy. But I decided to go back to recording again, mostly because in celebration of a specific game. I'm talking of course of Persona 4 Revival. Probably heard this like ages ago, but yes, it's coming out in 2027. And I figured it doesn't feel right to eventually go to that game without even playing this game first. I'm talking of course of this. Persona 3 Reload. Yeah. Years and years ago I did a boss run of playing Persona 3 Fez. I'm not gonna lie, not one of my best played boss runs honestly. So to sort of make up to it, I'm gonna do a playthrough of this game. Not just bosses though. But here's the thing though, the few prerequisites. First of all, it's not going to be live commentary. For starters, there's a lot more voice acting now. Like, this is the first Persona game where they actually have voice acting during the social links. So yeah, me talking over that is just stupid. Also, some stuff will be cut. Specifically going through Tartarus. Like, obviously I'll show maybe like the beginning or maybe some battles. But for the most part, it's mostly just focused on the fights there. And also just the day-to-day stuff, I'm going to cut like that too, because that's boring to see. So yeah, I'm gonna act like they were Persona 5 Royal, honestly. I cut some things out just to save time and the frustration. But yeah, again, I know that the first few hours of this game are like really long because they're trying to get everyone ready, like the toys and stuff. I will show that off. Mostly to just if anyone has any questions like how the game is played, blah blah blah, it's like, oh, there you go, it's the tutorial, so you got no excuse. Also, it's nice to get the beginning stuff done anyway. But yeah, Persona 3 Reload. This game came out years ago. Here's the thing though, I'm also going to be doing the answer because I also downloaded the episode icon too. I think I might as well do that as long as it. It'd be a good long project. The answer isn't nearly as long as the journey, but obviously you want to do the journey first. The answer, you should never do the answer first. The answer is like huge spoilers, and if you've never played Persona 3 before, do not play the answer first. Like, you will be spoiled up and down. It's just don't do it. So yeah. However, also, to make it a little bit challenging for myself, I will be playing on Merciless mode. It's a bit of a challenging difficulty, which they added in. Also, besides, I've heard that some of the new things they've added in pretty much sort of even it out. So, yeah. It's going to be fun to actually get complete control of all the characters again. Because again, I've never played the PSP version. I don't ever plan to, quite frankly. It looks good, and I think the concept of having a female protagonist is pretty awesome. It didn't do anything for me, to be honest. So a lot of people complain they wish that they had that option with the Persona 3 Reload, that they have the female protagonist doing a social thing for the other 5 members instead, not just the 3 females. And I understand that, honestly, but at the same time, that means they'd have to do like fully voices like for all those scenes, and I guess they have to add animations for the female character, and they have to change some parts of the story as well. I think it's gonna be like completely the same. Not to mention the answer have to be different as well, because throughout the answer they talked about him, and they're gonna have to change to her or something. So that's actually something to think about. That was in the details. Don't get me wrong, I think it'd be pretty awesome. But I just don't think from a financial standpoint it wasn't feasible. But if it was, sadly didn't. But yes, I'll be playing this on Merciless mode, mostly showing off bosses. I will also sort of search things as well, because again, they are fully voiced now. But when it comes to stuff like completing my social stats and stuff, I'm not going to show all that off. I will mostly try to show off the new stuff that they added in. Because you can't search things to the other characters, most of the other playable characters during battle, but they replace that with something else instead of like episodes, I think, or certain links. and there's like special abilities for them. So I'm gonna try and do those because those are nice. But yeah, I'm going to be doing this, and yeah, we'll not be with live commentary again. Also, it's too damn hot. It's boiling hot. Ugh. Oh, the other reason I'm doing this because I'm a bit of a wet and stuff between like looking for work. I need like a pleasant like distraction. This is a pretty good distraction. Just keep me focused on my feet. Not my brain turned to jelly watching AI story videos. That is a dangerous road to go down with. If they're fake, they're not real, they eventually happen, but the problem is that they upload them regularly and some people just get stuck in a loop watching them or hearing them all the time. I do not want to be one of those people. But anyway, let us at least, I'm going to not play the game, but I'm going to at least click to show off like the preview. So things like an update and like sort of like a preview to see the opening animation. No, actually, no, I won't do that. Oh, that sounds like a good idea, but no. I'll save it for the next part because I want to do it all together. Yeah, actually makes more sense. But yes, I will be playing a merciless mode, so pray for me. Well, the fact you can actually control all the characters is pretty cool, so that's nice. Also, I heard that other thing that once you play a merciless mode, if you switch to the difficulty, like you switch to hard or normal, whatever, you cannot switch back. So yeah, it isn't like Persona 5 where I played all the dungeons like in normal, but then I thought the boss like a merciless and stuff. Yeah, you can't do that. So it's like it's merciless all the way. So yeah, unfortunately. And I do want to fight the bosses in merciless mode, so which means I've another bad merciless mode too. So yeah. But I played Persona 3 FAIRS like a ton of times, like I lost count, and I've never managed to max out every social link. And all these years I realised why. You want to try and complete the first part of Tartarus like as soon as humanly possible, so you can use the rest of those days to up your stats and do your social links. That's what I'm going to try and do. Other thing is the priorities. A lot of social links take place during school time, and once summer starts, that's a lot of social links you can't do anymore. So like you cut out of them, which means you're wasting a whole lot of time there. So I definitely prioritize the social links, which you can only do while you can do during high school. So that's actually quite important. And not prioritize too much on the ones which you can do like any time. But some of them are like one day a week, like some are like only on a Sunday. So yeah, that's kind of annoying. So you have to prioritize those. Do not expect me to try, keyword try, to maybe get all the social links, but honestly, that's a pretty huge stretch and you have to play pretty strictly. But again, I will try. Keyword try to get it done. They have made a few changes though. One thing is with Aigis' social link. I remember in Persona 3 FAIRS, during the social link of Aigis, you had to have like all 3 of your stats maxed out in FAIRS. But in this one, you don't have to do that anymore. Which is pretty great actually. I remember in Persona 3 FAIRS, like if you wanted to get Aigis' social link, like her one, you had to actually have all 3 social stats like maxed out. So I'm glad I removed that. So that was kind of annoying. Unless I'm wrong about that. I hope not though. But yeah. So I will be start uploading. The first part will be like super long because, well, it is a Persona game, and in Persona, like the beginning is always really long because they're trying to like get the story out and stuff before you have like full control. And yeah, I know it's kind of annoying, but that's just how it is. So I'm gonna try and get all of that out of the way, just get it out of the way, and I'll try and clear any parts which are needless or just me looking around and whatever, so I can just get some of the story. That's probably mostly going to show, mostly like story parts, maybe cutscenes, the new stuff. But when it comes to the day-to-day grind, especially Tartarus, I'll probably cut most of that out. Just for the sake of my sanity, and the fact that I don't want every video to be like multiple hours long. I mean, this is a pretty long game, so you know. But anyway, next time I will be playing Persona 3 Reload. But with that, this is Master V47 Game Toys RPG platformer. Stay classy, and I'll see you then on, well, like I said, Persona 3 Reload. See you guys then.